boom, 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 F-Dot. Yo, what's goody here, F-Dot. Second week of the SPL. And as we head into it, unfortunate news. Hurricane Irma kind of fricked everything all up. And so because of that, we're cutting the Thursday games. We're not cutting them, though. We're just delaying them. They'll be played next week. So for now, we're going to do just Saturday and Sundays. But that's still a reason to get into our picks. Black screen. All right, we're good. That's still a reason to get into our picks. So, like I said, Rival Poppies, Dig Energy, United Mighty Storm, Space Station Gaming, and LG. This is going to be a hot game, but we got to wait till next week to check it out. So let's just look at the games that we do have. On Saturday, we'll see Europe. Team Dignitas versus Burrito. This one's really simple. You've got one of the best teams in the world, if not the best team in the world, and not. This goes Dig 2-0. Easy peasy. Energy versus Elevate, a little less cut and dry. If they had their old mid laner. This is going to be the first time that we see Elevate play with their intended mid laner, Death Panther. Without Nulissa, I still think this team doesn't have a great future. And against Energy, there's really not much to talk about. Energy is a much better team, and Elevate just going to have to deal with it, I think. So, Energy takes this one 2-0 again, relatively easy. Same thing with Valiant Squad versus the Poppies. Valiant Squad are trending up. They're looking even better than they have in the past, and they were already looking like one of the better teams on paper. And now as we head into the future, this squad still looks like a team that's tough to tussle with, whereas the Poppies and Obey versus Rival. Finally, a good match. Thank you. Obey versus Rival. Not sure how this one's going to go. Obey is the better team online so far, theoretically. I think this one will be tough to call. I personally think that Obey is still a strong team, even with Zelia in the solo lane. Rival, however, this might be where they get their win, and I think it is. So I think this is a split down the middle. I think that Rival needed sort of the getting 2-0'd last week to sort of get into gear, and now Obey Alliance, I mean, they played the Poppies. They didn't play anybody fantastic. So I think Rival coming off their loss against Team Dignitas might step it up, and Obey Alliance, although they're strong, Team Rival still just as strong as well. So I think this one winds up being a split. On Sunday we move over to North America, and this is a very positive thing for Space Station Gaming. I think the SPL Gatekeepers are one of the up-and-coming rosters that people have to be afraid of. And Space Station Gaming are a lot better than last week's performance would let you realize. I think that one, this team doesn't really like to lose, and two, the Gatekeepers are exactly the type of competition that they really need to come out of the gate swinging. I think this is a 2-0 for Space Station, but I don't think it's easy whatsoever. I think that this winds up being a little bit more difficult than people anticipate. LG versus ALG. I think LG takes this one 2-0, and I kind of clicked that relatively quickly. I do think Allegiance put up a fight here, but I think it ultimately goes to Luminosity Gaming. I don't think they're hour-long battles of attrition. Luminosity wins this one pretty heartedly, but ALG might have some fight in them. Noble versus Mighty Storm. These are relatively evenly matched teams, I would say, but I do think Noble does have a step above them. Mighty Storm has Uzi, and that's pretty much just it. Noble Esports picking up Moswall, who I think is going to be a fantastic addition to this team, along with, you know, rest of moderately Moswall, Walrus, Wowie. These guys are pretty good. I think that Noble Esports takes the Mighty Storm 2-0 here. Trifecta versus United. Trifecta surprised a lot of people by looking even stronger than they were expected. United, on the other hand, surprised a lot of people by just sort of showing up. I don't think a lot of people had faith in Polar Bear Mike the way I do. I think this winds up being a split. I think the Trifecta is one of the best teams in the league. I think the Trifecta is one of the best teams in the world. Trifecta might be #1 in NA, but United are going to be this team that sneaks wins out from the best squads. I think this one winds up being a split. I think United has legs. I really, 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 really do. Let's go over our picks one more time. Dig over Burrito, Energy over Elevate, Valence over Poppies, 3 easy ones. Obey, Rival, split down the middle. This one might be a little bit tougher. Rival historically aren't as strong online, so maybe you mark down Obey, but I have this as a split. Space Station over SPL Gatekeepers. This one is probably tighter than you think. Not because Space Station is slumping. Like last week, I don't think was indicative of how good this team is. But I think SPL Gatekeepers are better than a lot of people think. Still, top team gets the win. LG versus ALG. Similar story to this one. I think that ALG just smokes at ALG. Boy, that's annoying to say. Noble versus Storm. You're talking about two bottom teams, but one is better than the other. And then Trifecta versus United. Don't be surprised at Pain to Beyond. Nice and quick, unfortunately. Like I said, these Thursday games will be played next Thursday. So we'll have a big chunk going on here. Thanks a lot for watching. Let me know what you think your picks were or how they went. Actually, I should probably look at last week's. Last week's, obviously, Energy and Valence Squad split. I don't think a lot of people had this one, so I don't feel so bad about this. This, probably, I should have put a split. I think this was a mistake on my part. Obviously, I nailed it for these. I don't think a lot of people had Space Station Gaming splitting this. And I don't think anybody had E United winning this. So, I think my lone mistake was Elevate versus Burrito. I think the rest of these were kind of just luck of the draw. Energy versus Valence Squad showed us how strong Valence Squad actually is this season. And these were just like, holy shit, E United really is something to be talking about. And Space Station looked a little bit sloppier than we expected. So, I'm happy with my picks last week. I'm not so torn up about how they went. We'll see how this Saturday and this Sunday goes. Again, 1 p.m. Hi-Rez TV. Make sure to watch it. Let me know your picks and, I don't know, other fun stuff. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.